Hi everyone, Victor is here. Today is day 21 of Direct Watercolor Sketch. I'm looking for a spot for sketching in this center of Bucharest. This street is called Transylvania, and there are many old houses in here. This old house seems perfect for a landscape portrait. I switched to this A5 landscape format sketchbook. It's the same Hahnemuhle kind of sketchbook, only the size is different. Also 200 GSM. This paper, even though might be cellulose type, it acts like cotton type. It's very suitable for wet on wet technique. It's a very good deal for this price, so I'm very satisfied with this paper on this sketchbook. As usual, I started with wet on wet technique. It seems that it gives me a lot of freedom to play with watercolor, and also I can amend some parts later if something I'm not satisfied with. Today is day 21, and there are already 3 weeks that I'm continuing with this challenge. I've been thinking that they say if you keep a habit for 21 days, it ingrains in your habits, and if you want to implement good habits in your routine, it's good to practice it for 21 days, and you'll have this as a habit. So hopefully this habit will stay with me longer than these 30 days that the challenge lasts. I've put already too many color on paper, so I'm adding water to dilute it and make it paler, so that I can work later to add the depth and the contrast. I'm working now on big shapes, not worrying too much about the details, just outlining the large shapes, and I'll add later details, so to make the composition of the sketch. This building that is lit by the sun, I've just realized that is a radio hall where many concerts with classical music are held. With the colors I used earlier, I mixed them and made this grayish color, and making the ground, a bit of ground in front of this building. The colors mingle beautifully on a wet surface. There is a tree on the right side that will frame and ground my sketch and make it darker. On top of green color that I washed earlier, I'm adding French ultramarine to add depth and contrast to this tree. With the same large brush, I'm adding details, but this time I'm darkening the color, so to make some line work and to establish some architectural details. Making the frames of the windows, I switched to the smaller brush to add finer details, which requires thinner lines. This variety of lines gives an interesting effect and makes the sketch more realistic. Usually I don't like to commit to challenges, but this challenge I start seeing the benefits of this challenge, because if it wasn't this challenge I wouldn't sketch every day. I would have found some excuses, I would have postponed, but this challenge to sketch every day, no matter what, makes me find time and energy, and I think it matters only when you open your sketchbook, then everything else will follow. It will be very easy. So I think the act of keeping to the habit is the important part of doing this challenge. I think I spent 20 minutes on this simple sketch. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Bye.